Love it. Honestly, I thought this was going to, take an entire team effort, and it was a great team win. We know how talented Cincinnati is, and we knew it was going to be an absolute battle. So we were going to be aggressive, and knowing that was going to include some fourth downs, to give our chance a shot to go, and we did. And we knew the red zone was going to be big. That was one of the areas that we really had to emphasize coming out of last week. And then I thought on the special team side, a big return to control field positions. That's why we knew we'd have to put all three phases together for us to have a good shot tonight, and we certainly did that. So I was pleased with the guys, but team across was certainly tough too.
You talk about Jaden's management of the game.
Yeah, for sure. He's a really cool customer, and he's got like real poise about him. I thought going in, we knew the importance of the ball, and the decision making for that. We just couldn't give them short fields and chances to go. So his ability to know when to, when not to, when to make a play with his legs, I thought we've seen a lot of this at practice, and now it's carrying over into the games where the decision making, sliding, going, taking your shot. But I thought it was a really strong performance tonight by him.
We've talked all summer and through the season about his poise, his calm. To have him make that pass to Terry after they've cut the gap, how do you make sense of that?
Yeah, I think, well, you make sense by giving those two a shot. And, they put the time in. And if they hadn't put the time in, you wouldn't have the confidence to go into that space. But of all the work they've done, obviously we hadn't connected on some of the deep ones to Terry over the first two games, but we knew that wasn't going to be, the case, moving forward. So when we had our chances and our moments to go, we took it. But it was just a really good ball and great catch by Terry, too.
This is like 14 consecutive drives. You guys have scored not counting a kneel down. What can you say about the efficiency, whether that's Jaden's play, Cliff's play calling?
Yeah, I thought Cliff called a great game. As I'm listening through it all week, all the different looks, the things we'd have to go through, especially down as we got work into the red zone. But we knew the third down in the red zone was going to be a really big part of this. But I thought he and the staff and the guys really had a very clear understanding of what we would have to do. And, having those moments come up where you have to take your shot and deliver, they weren't going to miss it.
Obviously, there were a lot of big plays. Was there any play earlier in the game where you kind of got a feel for Jaden's comfortable, he's progressing, he's doing the things we want to see?
Maybe the early fourth down and, just delivering on some of those. I thought that was a big deal. For us, having balance is a really big deal, from the run, the pass, and, when we're on the ball, when we huddle. So it's a hard group to defend, when we attack, when we sit back, when we change groups. And but I just thought overall, he's always in poise, but I would say probably some of the fourth down ops, that he's really ready. But he's always, that's the one, you've heard me say the word poise about him before, but I really admire that in his game. Yeah, I don't know if that's a record that your first touchdown pass goes to a offensive lineman, but I saw him coming off with it, so I thought that was pretty cool. But more than anything, just executing down the red zone. Last week, obviously, we had some, we're frustrated, not that we were making kicks, but frustrating that we were kicking. And so tonight to have the ability to score down there, I thought was huge for us.
Tough break that Trent, I'm assuming, doesn't get to keep the ball?
Yes, that is absolutely the truth, but maybe we'll make one up for Trent, and he'll never know the difference. So I think that's one that he'll gladly hand over, but just like I said, really team win, lots of cool stuff.
Austin Eckler gave you guys a lot of production, both on offense and the kickoff. Obviously, he left the game. What do you think of his performance, and what kind of update do you have on him?
Yeah, I don't have an update tonight, but I will be able to do that tomorrow. But knocking him out, you saw the return again and the field position that changes, and he has such a unique ability, to make guys miss in space, and so that's why I love the combination with him and Brian. I'll have more information, regarding him as we get into and meet tomorrow afternoon.
Defensively, it felt like kind of a bend don't break plan. Was that what you guys thought kind of going in? And as a whole, what did you think of the defense and their ability to kind of
really felt, you've heard me talk a lot about identity, the running and the hitting. It was a great tackle by Quinn Martin, some spaces to go. The difficult part of playing against, their receivers is the matchups and when they can see a look, and Joe is, accustomed to go when that shot is there. And so they make it difficult to go when you try to take your shot, and they make you pay. Those are hard, but I was pleased, the style, the attitude, the effort. If we get those things right, the scheme parts will come, but you have to have those pieces in place first. And I thought we took a step forward on that tonight. I like the running and the hitting. When I get into the tape, we can go through the scheme. But I thought Joe and the staff and the guys knew this is a challenging matchup. How do we have to go? We'd have to give up some things in order to be on top. And so, for a good bit of the game, we saw that.
Offensive line kept Jaden pretty clean all day. He had a lot of time back then. I guess what did you think of them as a whole, and maybe specifically Braden Coleman kind of leaving them one-on-one with Trey Hendrickson out there?
Yeah, and we knew that's the one that you're going to need to help, because we've seen where Hendrickson can go wreck a game. And you just want to make sure you're not vulnerable to that. So having the run action, the runs, the passes that go with that, that's a big piece where you can't just pin your ears back and go. So I thought that was one of the real factors. But, our team, we had a lot of respect for him, knowing, the production that he's had. Hell, we just saw it a week ago, what he's capable of. And so that was going to be a real challenge. I thought they really answered the bell there.
Dan, on the 4th and 4, I apologize for your answer this already. Was Jaden telling you to go for it? And were you going to go for it anyways, but was he kind of pleading to go for it?
No, but like we were going to go, yeah. So sometimes we just look for the yard marker to go, but he definitely wanted to, for sure. So I'm certainly not going to give him that win. He's got a lot of others, but that was a shot that we said, hey, on the other side, we know how good this group is too. So like if we got a shot and we can go take it, let's go take it. And so that's where the decision came for on that one at the end, to try to go, basically you're trying to go win the game right there. And it takes, some space to go there, because Jaden and Terry have really put in a lot of work together. Although we may have not seen that come to fruition, in the first 2 weeks, for those of us, who've been back in Ashburn, we've seen that. And so I think when you put the work in, you have confidence that, all right, if the moment comes, we're going to go take our shot.
But even on the 4th and 4, to Zach Ertz, when you have a rookie quarterback in that kind of situation, what does it say about your confidence in him that you didn't hesitate?
I didn't, and I wasn't going to. We knew we'd have to be aggressive in the game. To extend possessions, to give ourselves a chance. That's why we thought the special teams, John, was a big piece of this from a field position standpoint. If there was a gap, if there was an edge to find, we were going to dig for it. And that included going on certain distances on 4th down when we were in that part of the field. We knew we didn't meet the mark last week in some of the red zone. Like I said, we were not bitching about kicking field goals and making them last week, but we knew that was not sustainable for us and what we wanted to do. So I thought the 3rd down in the red zone was going to be one of the areas that we really dug deep on, and paid off for the guys tonight.
Yeah, this might sound stupid, but do you know more about Jaden now than you did 4 hours ago?
It's not a stupid question. I thought he's continuing to grow on the job, and that is part of he and all his teammates that are the first-year guys of growing and learning. When to extend a play, when to get down, when to use his legs. Like a few days ago, I said, what'd you learn over the first 2 games? And it happened again tonight, But as far as the competitor, I've known that. As far as talented, like arm, all that I've known. It was good to see the next step of him, of just having a mindfulness when to take the shot, when not to. And I thought that was so I did learn some more tonight, and he probably showed me also that, he's listening too and knowing the importance of that.
You get hired in January, and it seemed obvious you guys were going to draft a quarterback. Knowing the history of rookie quarterbacks, could you imagine then that you'd have one now that you would have this much trust in a game already?
Say that again. If I knew then.
Knowing the history of the rookie quarterbacks often
sorry.
slow, could you imagine then that you would have a guy for a game that you're trusting?
No, I didn't even probably go there, honestly, Ben. We just knew this was the guy for us. That's what we knew. And it was the competitor, it was the work ethic, it was all of those things that wrapped up that Adam and I said, what are we looking for in a commander? And that was Jaden. And it's been a number of his teammates as well. So to see some of those guys take on early roles, they had a sense of like this really good balance of like confidence, hard work, and humility. And to see that take place, the veterans in the locker room saw that too and said, okay, this is a guy that's really serious about what he's doing. And they wanted to work their ass off to help him too.
Does playing like this on a national stage on Monday Night Football, kind of before you head to Arizona to do this, week there,
Yep.
how much momentum does that give you as you guys start looking ahead towards what's next?
I think we really don't think in those terms exactly. I think probably what you're saying is sometimes there's confidence in winning and certain parts of the game that you need to improve, and that's honestly what we're chasing all the time. Like, how can we go get better? How can we fight together? But probably one of the things I was most pleased with is all three phases, knowing that, like, that's what wins. And it's the complementary football. It's the kick return that goes out. It's the, stopping a 2-point play. It's, going forward on 4th down, knowing the defense has got your back if you don't make it. And so those are the things that I look for. And that's, I don't know if that would be confidence or momentum, but that's what we're looking for to just continue our play style of how we want to do it.
Have you ever gone 2 games without punting?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I would say some of those 4th downs, to kick, when not to. So it was probably very unique in that way. I don't know how many, if we had maybe 3 of them in the game, how many would have been punts. I'm not exactly sure on that yet, John. But no, I don't think so. But if there's in the right spot, this is a group that's capable of being in those spaces. And when we have our chances to, we'll be smart, but we will be aggressive. That's how our nature is. And when the moments are there, we're going to do it. We're not going to be foolish about it. But if we can be aggressive and take our chances when we can, we will.
Dan, can Austin Eckler get on a flight to Arizona tonight, or do we know that?
No, I don't know that yet. So I went inside and visited with him, but I don't know that yet. But I'll have all the information on him tomorrow once I have a better update for you guys and can communicate that with you. But I don't want to give you information that's not accurate.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Safe trip out. We'll see you there.